Hey guys, it's me Kai, and I had a request from Destiny Rose to help them with their senior project about cyberstalking and bullying. Many of you who know me know that I've had quite a few experiences with cyberbullies. So I was happy to make another video like this. Now, I have what I'm going to say written down so I can make sure I put in all the points that I really want to do. So sorry for the awkward camera angles and for my placement of recording, and I hope that I help you with your project. So my story kind of goes like this. I started going online and making accounts when I was 13 years old. I started with Wattpad, which was great and awesome because I got to write books and have people read them. But just like in the real world, I was a magnet for bullies. It wasn't soon after my first fanfic that I wrote. It was littered with hate comments and people messaging me to kill myself and other acts of violence. At first, I didn't know what to do with this. I was used to being able to talk to someone about it, someone who would understand. But it just seemed like no one understands how to deal with cyberbullying. It's not like at school. You can't just tell a teacher that a guy is bullying you and that's it. It's messy and unorganized. When I got into high school, I became more involved with the online world and made my own YouTube and Google Plus account. At first, I only used my YouTube to comment on other videos, but soon I was inspired to start making my own videos. That's when the real bullying started. I was constantly attacked by dozens of different people. During that time, I was in a dark place. I couldn't cope with it. I was already doing bad things to myself, and the bullying made it worse. To spare you the sappy details, I got better. And I have found that completely ignoring all the bullies is much easier and healthier. Cyberbullies are the scum of the internet. There is no one lower online than the people who hide behind their screens, making people's lives miserable and sometimes taking them away. If I ever found out that one of my friends was a cyberbully, I wouldn't know what to do. If you tell someone to kill themselves in a serious matter, then you are a terrible person. There's absolutely no reason for you to tell someone to end their life. If you have a problem with someone and you feel like they would be better off dead, well then tough tooties. Ignore them and go away. They don't need the hate. They don't need it. Nobody needs it. It just makes me so mad that people think that they have the power and the right to tell what people do with their life. As we know, social media is largely populated with teenagers. Teens, the most vulnerable group. When you're a teenager, everything's new. You're growing, you're starting to date, you're learning to drive and becoming more independent. And at the same time, our confidence plummets. There is no one more vulnerable than a 14-year-old girl. There is no one more impressionable than a 16-year-old boy. It doesn't matter what gender you are, what age you are, we're all going to get cyberbullied someday. It's just going to happen. There's no way to stop it, but there are plenty of ways to deal with it. I always say block them. Just block them. As soon as they make a mean comment, and as soon as they do anything that hurts you or makes you feel badly of yourself, get rid of them. Just get rid of them. I hear all the time people saying, I can't block, I can't. There's absolutely no reason why you can't block them. You don't need that crap in your life. You just don't. Make it easy on yourself. Also, make sure you take a look at your privacy settings. I know after the recent huge cyberbully attack, I changed all of my settings. Many of you who follow me on Google Plus would know what happened. An entire troll community attacked me for trying to take them down. They gave me very serious death threats, rape threats, and simultaneously photoshopping my face to pornographic material and offensive pictures. We had to get law enforcement involved that it was so bad. But the thing is, I wasn't affected by it at all. It was like I was numb to it. But that is because I have taught myself to not care what they think, to not think about what they are saying, to not feed them, to not get angry at them. All they want to see is you mad, sad. They would clap and laugh if you died. That is how sick of people they are. I learned that self-confidence is harder than it seems, harder to reach than people say. Everyone around you says, confidence is key. Not always. I find it very hard to be confident in myself, but I still go through a lot of crap, and I get through it. I've beaten depression through this. I've beaten self-harm through this. I've beaten being suicidal through all of this. And how? I didn't care about what they said. They are insignificant in the grand scheme of life, and so are you. One day we will all be lost in time. You won't be able to get through this until you embrace the fact that we're all going to die. Deep down, no one is perfectly moral. We all make mistakes, we all make stupid decisions, and nobody is special. But nobody isn't special either. Just don't listen to them. Hide the comment, block the haters, but what they say or what they do, it doesn't matter. It doesn't, it really doesn't. They can say all they want, but that doesn't change who you are. It doesn't. If you allow their comments to hurt you, then you're going to have a tough time, and that is the last thing that I want. It breaks my heart to hear that people are killing themselves, and my friends are dying because they couldn't go through with all the crap that's in their life. It breaks my heart because I know what they're going through. I know I went through it too. I was suicidal too. But I had people in real life that surrounded me with care and love. They built me up. They let me know how to cope. You need people to build you up, to be there for you when you need them. Funny story. One day I was riding my bike. I get a phone call from my friend online. She said that our best friend had killed herself. That was the third time in that month that a friend of mine had died. I was so sad and distraught that I hopped onto my bike without a thought. Texted my good friend, I'm going to do it. He responded with, do what? And I said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to kill myself and I'm not going to fail this time. My plan was to bike all the way to my school and climb onto the top of the telephone tower that was across the street from it. Thankfully, the person I texted drove all around to find me and found me at the side of the street, dead tired. He saved me nonetheless. People say they don't need people, but in reality we do. So don't be afraid to make friends. Just watch who your friends are. Internet friends are great, they are, but you always have to be careful. The internet is a wild place, and no one can tame it. But that's okay. We're all used to a little crazy. Just don't let it get out of hand. So yeah, Destiny Rose, I hope I helped you out with your project. To my viewers, thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day. Stay Kawai, my friends.